Hey everyone, welcome to your Timeless Love Reading. My name is Natalie and this is Eve's Rising Tarot. And this is a general reading, so it's geared towards a collective and not a one-to-one. So I would ask that you please use your intuition while here and listening to this message. Doing so will help you to take from the reading the messages that are meant for you and to know which ones are not for you and to be left behind for someone else. And with that in mind, let's get into it. Let's do a quick energy check and find out where your person is at, how they're viewing this connection presently. The strongest energy they hold towards the connection right now. Small but mighty. They're being called to believe in their self. You have a tendency, or in your light, they feel a little small and insignificant. They're recognizing that even the smallest actions can have a profound and meaningful impact on life and the world around them. Even though they feel a little bit intimidated or insignificant in your shadow, they're starting to have more confidence in themselves, in the way you operate, in some sense, your energy. And it's showing them that they too do matter, that their uniqueness maybe is their superpower. Small but mighty. Put that one here. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit more about that. Let's do this one. Okay. Spirit, please tell us a little bit more about this. Maybe they have you on a pedestal at the moment, or they're seeing or learning about you in such a way that they're seeing you in a new light, maybe a sense of misjudging you. What more can you tell me or tell us about this small but mighty energy the viewer's person is in towards the connection? 3, 2. Rejection and elusive. Both black and white imagery here. So we have abandoned, dismissed, and irrational fears. I see somebody walking away, so your person may in a sense feel rejected by you or dismissed. Also, there's a feeling or a sense that maybe you're not being honest with them, and you're deceiving them in how you feel. That even though you've walked away or dismissed them in a sense, it's not true or real. That's kind of what I'm getting with this trickery. Like you are there, but just out of sight. Maybe there's a sense in this walking away or you abandoning or dismissing them that it was with a ulterior motive, I'm hearing. So rejection and elusive. Irrational fears tells me or speaks to possibly something that came before you in their beliefs or perception of you, possibly a projection of a past rejection. But in a sense, maybe I'm hearing calling your bluff. Trickery, deception. Your elusiveness is with an ulterior motive and it's not true to form or real. If that makes any sense. What are your energies towards one another right now? How are you each viewing one another? What is your overall energy that each of you are operating in towards one another? So you're operating from the Six of Swords. which is, in a sense, having a desire or wanting to move away from turbulence or a little bit of chaotic interaction with this person. Maybe wanting to go at it a different way, you know. With this boat arriving on a shore, maybe the shores of a new land or a new operating system or a new way of interacting. And how they're operating towards you is Two of Swords. That is this rejection energy. They're guarded in the heart space because of their thoughts about the foundational reason behind your actions. Kind of turning their back on their emotions at this time and getting lost in their thoughts, knowing that they're at a precipice or a crossroads, a fork in the road where they need to make a decision, not feeling super confident in making it yet. Okay, three of Wands at the bottom, so waiting for you, a response from you, or some sort of initiatory or whatnot response from you. Tell me more about the Six of Swords for you in your energy towards them. Wanting a new beginning, wanting to, a fresh start, let the old be what it is, and a willingness to, navigate through what's happened and just have a fresh start. So why the Six of Swords for your energy towards your person? Why the Six of Swords? Wisdom. Let your head and mind reach the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. So listen to the ancient wisdom of your soul. This feels like you're tapping into your inner guidance or really tuning in and listening to your intuition. I feel like moose are really, for the most part, solitary, but powerful, beautiful, elusive, right? Elusive creatures. It's so magical when you see them. Your energy is stout and strong. You have a confidence and a knowingness in your power and your ability to navigate through life. Wisdom. Okay. And why the Two of Swords for your person? As their energy, this blocked heart, needing to make a choice but not knowing what to do, trying to ignore the emotions felt. Why the Two of Swords as your person's energy towards you? I did just see 818 on the clock, but didn't mention it, but kept getting a prompt to say that. So maybe that's a number that means something to you. Guardian. Also bear. A black bear. Gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and power. How I had said this, they feel small and or insignificant or have you possibly on a pedestal. Give me your confidence and power. And how I said, you are confident, you are in your power with this moose. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. This feels like somebody who is at the fork in the road of leading life with their head, and they're being cracked open and becoming aware that there are emotions and there is a way to embody the head and the heart in this decision. And that is something they're feeling a little bit uncomfortable in doing because they feel dismissed. So in some sense, your person is feeling dismissed. But with it saying, give me your confidence and your power, that feels a little bit like envy or seeing in you traits and qualities that they want for themselves. So it might come off as envious or jealous, but truly you embody a way of being that your person admires, respects, and sees as something they would like to embody in themselves. Play and dolphins at the bottom. So what is the relationship between a bear and a moose? Well, I don't know anywhere where a black bear would go after a moose. Maybe it's possible. A really big black bear. But typically bears hunt moose, right? And maybe there's some message in that a black bear would not go after a moose. It's, even though it's in the what is it, the genus or whatnot of the bear family, it is not a type of bear that is a match or a rival to a moose. That would be a grizzly bear or a brown bear or Kodiak bear, right? So feeling that they have the potential or the bloodline to be a way in which you are, but they're not quite there yet. They're strong and respected and feared and courageous in their own light, but they're not at your level. That's what I'm kind of feeling. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to someone. Okay, let's see. What is the strongest connecting love energy between the two of you right now? Existing between and felt by both of you. Strongest connecting love. Rebirth and integration. 2 popped out. Rebirth. And a picture of a butterfly in one, and transitioning from this, peach nude color into blackness, but from my caterpillar to butterfly, connecting. 34 and 22 breaks down to 7 and 4. I feel like this integration with the black and white, and I made mention of that with elusive and rejection, clarifying and expressing their energy towards the connection. White being the masculine energy, the air, the intellect, the logic, and black being the feminine, the intuition, the heart, right? In union, we will know completion. The head and the heart together are more powerful than either alone. If you are purely logical and operating from your sense and reason, but there's no emotion, you can turn into something pretty cold, right? And if you're overly emotional and knee-jerk reaction and operating from your emotions, you can be pretty irrational and not level-headed. But together there is power. And that is the new awareness that your person has come to, is possibly that they operate from logic and reason and sense, even though they are a deeply capable or emotionally capable person of feeling and operating from the heart with such capacity and depth. But it's not a place that they have been open or operating from or comfortable in stepping. This person possibly feels subconsciously that the emotional body or operating from the emotions is not safe. And so they are locked up, closed, and I'm just seeing like somebody locking and twisting the key and throwing the key out. So it's been a place and a part of your person that has not really been, I'm seeing it as a very dusty, like a dusty old attic room that's, cobwebs and and you've opened this person up to that awareness, but there is a fear or a lack of understanding and clarity on what is even happening to them right now. Feeling with this woman in the 2 of Swords with the crossed swords in front of her heart space, and this clarifying energy of the black bear and the guardian, your person has a protector kind of energy to them. They're deeply protective of the ones they love and care for. Awaken my intuition and guide me. The intuition is the emotional body, right? So strongest connecting energy is that through one another, both of you are being connected and brought more awareness to the compass within, the voice within, the guidance within. Your wisdom, right? Your wisdom is telling you to leave the turbulent interaction and mentality behind and go to the shores of a new way. There is another perspective, another operating system to come at this from, and the one that initially came, automatically to you is not the one. There's an awareness of this. Interesting. So rebirth and integration. There's a lot of shifts and changes happening within each of you right now. Okay, I'm going to put this one here. What is that? 74 breaks down to 11 and 2. Unity. Small but mighty, right? Guardian, the black bear. There's also a black bear cub in this energy. Okay. Let's see. What is the strongest crossing energy? What is the blockage here? The disconnect. What is the strongest crossing love energy? Oh, that was loud. I am broken. As you release your attachments to the highs and lows, you find peace and balance. Honor the cycles of your body and energy now. The crossing energy could be that when you came together, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. And restore feels like this rebirth and integration, so that there's an opportunity for restoring the full operating system of head and heart. Two halves of the same whole. And black spruce, black bear, spruce trees are in the forest, both for moose and black bears. Again, as you release your attachment to the high and low, you find peace and balance. This could also be speaking to an addiction, or that you're each unaware of the excitement, that push and pull and the playing games. As you release that, you find clarity and power in the connection. I want to get some clarity on that. Why? And being that this is a red card, that could speak to passion, right? Sexual attraction, the excitement, being addicted to the games, the hot and cold. Okay, why this I am broken as the crossing energy for the collective and their person. 2, 1. Why I am broken. So for you, betrayal scar. Forgiveness is not about condoning, it's about releasing yourself from the burden of pain. So feeling broken in a sense that maybe there's a part of you that recognizes a tendency to look at connections in a way that is shaded from a past experience. Maybe you're aware of that experience and you're not sure how to go about healing that within you. Betrayal scar. Perhaps this is a way of believing that maybe you're not meant to be monogamous, or Why is everybody else so quick to jump in relationships, and it seems the furthest thing from what feels right for me or safe for me? And is that a healthy and normal way to feel, or is that from a past wound that has shaped your belief about relationships and their potential? Okay, so that's for you. Take it if it resonates. And for your person, spiritual bypassing. Avoiding pain with positivity delays growth. Embrace the full spectrum of your emotions. Embrace the full spectrum of your emotions. And I said your person may be a very logical person, somebody who operates from the head, logic, reason, sense, facts, and being shown a doorway to open the emotional experience is new to this person. Maybe your person had a tendency to not get attached, to not see the depth in other people, surface connections, maybe purely physical, keeping their emotional body walled off. And this may not have been even intentional. It just might have felt normal, and how your person felt like they, what they wanted. Okay, let's see. Betrayal scar. Forgiveness is not about condoning. So this tells me that there is something that's happened to you in a relational sense that you carry with you, that you haven't forgiven that person. You haven't let it go. Maybe there's a belief in you that they don't deserve forgiveness. Or how can I forgive somebody who did something so horrible to me? But this is a message that forgiveness it has nothing to do with the person. It's you spitting out the poison, right? I think it was what is that guy? Sadhguru had said something about how you can't drink the poison and expect the other person to die, right? So holding resentment, anger, whatever emotion has been bred from this betrayal does nothing to the person who did the wrongdoing. In fact, it hurts you to hold on to the anger, the resentment, whatever it is that you're holding on to. And it's also, closing you off partially to opportunity in front of you. Closing your eyes to your energetic eyes to opportunities that are coming towards you. And maybe your person has a tendency to run away from emotional experiences, or to completely just shut them off from the get-go. Avoiding pain with positivity delays growth. Or maybe your person has an experience of feeling broken, but maybe not acknowledging it. Right? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Life is fine. I'm good. Okay. What else do we want to get? What is your person keeping under wraps in regards to how they're feeling about this connection in you? What important aspect is being kept from you on their end? Once I start to focus on problems, on our problems, it's hard to stop. And then I get paranoid that it will get even worse, falling into anxiety. So if there are any disagreements that have been had between the two of you, when your person, gives them any thought, it's kind of a a wildfire that is birthed and spread from one thought and just to the worst case scenario. And your person has a tendency to let this happen. So once I start to focus on our problems, it's hard to stop, and then I get paranoid that it will get even worse. So perhaps what's happened between the two of you, maybe it's a no contact situation. Your person is feeling worried that whatever disagreement or conflict or not seeing eye to eye has happened, that is maybe a red flag or something that will worsen or intensify as time goes on. So that kind of like halts them from coming towards you. And I feel like that plays into a little bit of that Two of Swords energy, that blocked, needing to make a choice but not making it. Let's see. What is the most magnetic aspect that draws them to you? That they're attracted to, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. What is the strongest magnetic aspect that your person is drawn to in you? Oh. Get away, relax, and have fun. Your person has fun with you. Paragliding may be something that speaks to you. You are different. You feel very different than their day-to-day normal routine experience. You bring new energy and a new perspective on life, and it feels just fun and different. And it takes them away from their life and what they're used to. Feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, and mothering. Man or woman, you could bring a sense of just peace and hearth and home to this person. Interesting. Okay. Let's kind of shift this over to you and what you need to know. Okay, let's see. What is Spirit asking you to bring your awareness to right now? What is this experience and all signs pointing to for you to see within yourself right now? For your highest good, what is Spirit calling you to bring your awareness to? This came out in the last reading. It's coming out again. Surrender to setting limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in your relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. So, speaking up, and this, like, I feel like in my last reading too, my nose started to itch during this message. So there's some message there. Again, setting limits. This is, voicing boundaries, speaking from the get-go your intentions, your expectations, what is okay and what is not okay. Surrender to wonder and awe, open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. Something about, in the last reading, I'd said the most incredible day of your life may have not even happened yet. So this feels like a message to keep your thoughts effective, to keep your thoughts faith-based, to create with your mental energy an experience that is not what you're presently in. This could also be, maybe you have a tendency to think in a, itchy nose, in a kind of defeatist way or a way that's shaped by, what you've experienced in connections where you feel similar to how you feel to this person. Fear, anything like that. Keep your thoughts effective is what I'm hearing. Effective. Think effectively. right? That means consciously aware. And what that looks like is checking in throughout your day many times and just tuning into your thoughts, the nature of your thoughts, the quality of your thoughts. What are you thinking about? What is on, autopilot repeat that maybe needs awareness brought to it and some reframing to a more beneficial, new path of thought, right? Setting limits. So there is a repeat message here, so I must be tuning into the same or similar collective. Set boundaries. It's healthy. It is an expression of self-love and also dignity and self-respect. And keep your thoughts effective and full of potential, right? Our minds are creative energy, right? What is quantum physics thoughts about? Or you circled around is our awareness on something. I can't remember if it's like atoms or neurons or whatever. When we focus on it, it changes what its behavior. Our minds are powerful. Your mind is powerful. So if you feel called, see how that feels to feel into your thoughts. Bring your awareness and tap into your thoughts and just observe them, several times throughout your day and see what that looks like and see if you can catch yourself in thoughts that maybe aren't beneficial to your life. Okay, let's see. Let's get a message from your higher self. What does your higher self want to say right now? It is for your highest good. What is your higher self? Oh. Don't worry, everything you've been waiting for is on its way. Progress is being made even if you can't see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust the process. Rest and reside in not knowing. There's so much happening in the world. There's so much happening in our heads, right? You could look at a person sitting on a bench on the street or at a park, and there's a world of experiencing our experiences and occurrences happening within their mental space that you can't see, but on the outside it looks like nothing's happening. So this is a message to have faith in what you can't see or what you don't know, and find the courage to be in that space of not knowing. And then on the bottom, I was called to look. This stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. And I was watching a video of, I don't know who it was, somebody who had gone to the Conjuring House, and they were going to stay there for 7 days. And the first day that they were there, they were able to communicate with spirits that they recognized or they realized were ancestors. 33:22 on the clock. Were ancestors, a grandparent and a great grandparent that were always with these two young men, and wanted them to know that they were watching over them and helping to guide them, right? And so this feels like relevant to bring that up, because that may be an experience for you. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. So this could be a message from your higher self that you have higher dimensional helpers or ancestors walking with you and helping you, even if you're unaware of it. Using their intelligence, their consciousness, their ability to create change in the quantum field to support you and in your life. That's very interesting. All right. And what actionable advice does Spirit have for you right now? What actionable advice does Spirit have? Do I believe I am worthy? And this feels very much like surrender to setting limits and boundaries. You are good enough. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within and go out and claim the life you have dreamt up. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. That is a quote from Maya Angelou. Angelau. Today's soul action. For a big goal or dream you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? A mantra to take into a meditation. I am worthy of it all. So progress is being made even if you can't see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. Trust the process is the message from your higher self. You are worthy, you are deserving. Surrender to the woe and awe and think effectively, right? This feels like a message too. Is that inner dialogue speaking to something about a worthiness factor? Take it if it resonates. It all feels connected to me. Trust in the process. Know that you're divinely supported and you have guidance and loved ones walking with you in a spiritual sense. They're there with you. They just don't have a physical body, right? Like your mind can think and do a million things. That is their consciousness, right? Your physical body doesn't play the entire role in your experience of life. So think of it in that sense. You're supported. Okay, I feel called to get a message from this deck. Let's see here. It's a spiritual animal. No, not that one. Yeah, it is this one. Okay. Is there anything else that would like to come through in this message for the highest good of the collective spirit? Anything you would like to say? Adventure and cycle. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. So cardinals, the red birds, they can have a spiritual message for you if you feel called. You know, Google that and look up what the spiritual meaning of cardinal is. And then kangaroo. You could be in Australia or, from Australia. A 9-month cycle is at play. Your current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit you. Commit fully to it. You have all the strength and stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backward. 9 months. This could be speaking to, somebody who is conceived or is pregnant. All right. And badger at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope it was helpful for you. And if it was, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear how it connected with you. I'm sending you guys so much love. Thank you for sharing this space and time with me. And I'll talk to you soon.